the Mecca of Mastery TV. I am your host, Mecca. If it is your mission to become the greatest version of yourself in every area of life, then you, my soul friend, are in the right place. I'm so excited about this episode because in this video we are speaking about spiritual and personal development. And the topic of this video is how to trust. Let's get straight into the video. So we're talking about trusting in the process, trusting in yourself, trusting in your creations, trusting that you are enough, trusting in the universe. Trust, okay? How to trust. But before we get into this drip, I always say it, okay? Before we get in this drip, if you are not a family member here at Mecca Mastery TV, hit that subscribe button right now, babe, so you do not miss any updates. Because we are dropping weekly soul food every single week. We got food for your soul. All right, let's get into it for real. Trust. It's going to be a quick one. Trusting is a muscle. Trusting is a muscle. Think about anything in your life right now that you have mastered, or anything in your life right now where the frequency of it is high. You are vibing with it. You are rolling with it. You doing a damn thing in that area. Well, guess what? In the beginning, it wasn't like that. You came into this world naked. You didn't come into this world disciplined. You didn't come into this world confident. You didn't come into this world focused. You didn't come into this world like that. You came into this world naked in energy of love. That's it. With nothing, no labels, no nothing. Everything that you are today, you work yourself into, okay? You practice yourself into. It's a practice, it's a muscle. So just like, for example, if you have a banging body, okay? Anybody that got a banging body, they don't just have that naturally. Now, some people genetics are better than others, but you already know that sometimes you can look good, but internally it ain't good if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, but that's a whole other video, right? So you got a banging body. People that got a banging body, they got a banging body because they are practicing that. Their muscles, they have worked these muscles so much that even if they took 3 months off, baby, they still snatched. It's the same thing with trust and having faith. It's a muscle. It's a muscle that you have to work on. You have to strengthen to the point that it goes on autopilot, but you still got to fuel it up, okay? So you can put something on autopilot, but that don't mean you just don't adhere to it anymore. No, you keep fueling it. You give it fuel. You do your check-ins, consistent check-ins, your consistent practices. So here's how to build that faith and that trust muscle. To trust yourself is simple. The only way out is through. The only way in is through. You don't trust yourself, you got to start doing things that show trust within yourself, like showing up for yourself. How do you know when you don't trust yourself? When you say something, you make a plan for yourself and you don't do it. So what do? You make a plan for yourself and you stick to it. You create a system to stick to your plan. This is what you do. So for example, let's say you have something planned for yourself and you don't do it. You have these 3 things you need to do for the week and they take an hour on a Tuesday, on a Thursday, on a Saturday. You want to sit down and you read, but you're not doing it. So guess what you do? You create a system. You tell yourself on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, between 12 to 1, during my lunch break, I'm going to read, okay? I'm going to eat at my desk before I get on my lunch break so I won't be distracted. I'm going to read between that hour time, maybe 30 minutes, because you got to walk to where you need to, whatever, however you want to do it. I'm going to place it, reminders in my phone. I'm going to put an alarm on my phone when it's time for me to read. So I'm there for my 30 or 45 minutes, okay? And I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I'm going to place it in my bag. And I'm going to go into a quiet space, like in my car, where nobody can see me, or somewhere where nobody can find me. That is how you do it. And you put yourself in this system until it builds to the point that you don't even have to do stuff like that no more. The value of you reading and the desire for you reading is stronger than any distraction or anything outside of yourself. So if you don't trust the process and you don't trust the universe, you have to do things to put things in place to build that trust. As I stated, it's a muscle. So for example, how do you start trusting the universe? You surrender to something. You have something, you say, you know what, universe, I'm confused in this. I know this is coming up for me about how to make this money in my business, and Sometimes it don't make sense. Sometimes I'm not trusting, but I'm about to just do this anyway. And just leave it alone. Go and do it. And just leave it alone. Don't go talking about it to your friends. Keep journaling about it. Try to meditate on it 5,000 times. Do it. And then leave it. Surrender. Literally take your attention away from it. Surrendering to something means taking your attention away from it. You give it and you take your attention away from it. You give the energy towards it. You do what you need to do. You put your love in it. You pour from your heart into it. And then you leave it alone. That's what trusting is. It's doing what you need to do in that time. Laying that brick and leaving it alone. If you want to build a house, you can't do it in a day. It got to be brick by brick. You just got to give everything and all of your energy into that one brick and then leave it alone. You don't need to hover over the plan, okay? You don't have to hover over the sketch of the house. You don't have to hover over the weather. You ain't got to hover over all of the bricks that's laid down that you ain't laid yet. That ain't trust. Trust is, I'm going to do what I need to do on a day-to-day basis and a moment-to-moment basis. Think the right thoughts. Do the right thing. Be present. Trust is having presence. That's how you work the muscle of trust, being present. Okay? Now, let's go back a little bit. Because sometimes you can't trust because you have the relationship with yourself is off. You are out of alignment, out of tune with yourself. So what that means is you need to spend more time with yourself. You need to get more in flow with who you are. Okay? You need to release the stimulation of the world. You'd have been spending time talking to everybody else. You have been talking on the phone to everybody else and spending 3 hours on the phone. But you ain't read that book. You haven't meditated. You haven't sat down and did the things you needed to do. You ain't did that laundry. You ain't meal prepped how you wanted to. How you going to expect to have trust for your body? So something in the area of movement and, you know, having a better body in your health, and you ain't even took the time to do the meal prepping or go get the groceries that you need in order to align with that desire. You can't trust. So you can't get there from there. You got to do the right things. Make those steps. You can't skip certain steps. You can't trust when you're trying to skip certain steps. It's just like for business. How are you going to trust and say, I'm going to trust, universe, that my business is going to flourish and I'm going to make the money, but you don't even put the content out there? You can't trust it because you ain't even did certain things. So before you get into that space, what are the steps that you're trying to skip? Why are you skipping these steps? This is what your spirit is calling you towards anyway. This is the stuff that you need to be doing. You be confused about all the stuff that you should do. What should I do? I don't know what I should do. Yes, you do. You know what you should do, but you don't think you should do them because you don't feel like you are enough, or because you got all these things that's taking up your space, your time, and your energy, distracting you. Social media distracting you. Family, friends, anything that you see, people at the coffee shop, at work distracting you. You need to get selfish. That's how you build trust, getting selfish. We are all selfish beings. We came on this planet to be selfish. We came on this planet to self-fulfill ourselves. And then from self-fulfilling and pouring our cups, we automatically share with other people. It's not an empty cup and you take from out and try to pour. That's not what it's intended to do. They lied to you. Stop believing in their lies. You know they lied to you, and you know it's a lie based on how you feel. You feel shitty and all out of a whack and all over the place, and you don't trust nothing. And if you need guidance and you need help and you need to talk to me, you can always call me. Give me a call. Pick my brain session. So pick my brain session. You can just click the link in the description box below. And if you're somewhere on your spiritual journey and you don't know where to start, right? You're ready to start your spiritual journey. You feel out of alignment with yourself, but you have no clue as to where you need to start. Highly recommend my 21-day healing plan. Click the link in the description box to learn more about that and grab yours. And also, if you feel all over the place and you just need to get your shit together guide is available. Link in the description box below. And also, okay, if you've been trying to manifest and you've been doing all the stuff and you know all the things you need to do, but you don't have the power to harness it, you don't know when to do the manifestation rituals, you need to order our manifestation ritual guide ASAP. Link in the description box below. And maybe you just need to dive within yourself and just listen to your own voice, but maybe meditation has not been a thing for you and you don't know how to meditate. Well, grab my beginner's meditation guide, 7-day beginner's meditation guide. Link in the description box below. And as I stated, make sure you check out all the rest of the soul food that we have. It is food for your soul. All of that is at my website, MeccaFreeman.com. And I always say here, Mecca Mastery TV, you, my friend, you go out into the world, take a whole lot of action. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do anything, because you can do whatever you put your mind to. If you have any questions, if you want advice for something, you can always email me at meccabookings@gmail.com. And if you're on social media, make sure you follow me on these social media platforms. So my soul friend, I'm sending you my love, light, peace, tranquility, good-ass vibes and high frequencies your way. Until next time, I see you in the next episode with peace and love. Trust yourself. I see you.